Hello, what is up YouTube? And today we are back with another taste test. So yes, YouTube, as you have guessed from the title down below, I am back doing another vegan taste test. So you guys really seemed to enjoy the last one and I had fun making it. I enjoyed eating a bunch of food, as I normally do. So I thought that I would do another one for you guys. Except this time, instead of going to a random grocery store, I went to the holiest of foods and picked up a bunch of vegan stuff. Now this time I went with a lot more of dairy products, but I only got a select amount of them because, oh my god, they are expensive. But you know, it's all worth it for you guys. And also YouTube, before we get tasting things, if you're wondering why sometimes I might sound like Squidward during this video, is because I am getting over a cold, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. But anyway, YouTube, enough talking. Let's get started. So let's might as well, we went with a lot of dairy products, we might as well just start diving in with some cheese right off the bat. First up, we've got Daiya Deliciously Dairy-Free Monterey Jack style cheese. So I know a lot of people tend to not like the Daiya style cheese because they find it a bit like more, I guess, creamy, or the consistency of it they don't really tend to like too much. Now I have had some of the like shredded cheese and I can understand that, but I've just grown accustomed to it. So when I saw this block of cheese, I just thought hopefully it'll be a bit better and more cheese-like than the other stuff. Now my first initial thought is that this smells a lot like the string cheese that you used to get as a child. So I don't know if this is gonna taste a lot like string cheese. I liked string cheese as a kid, so hopefully I still like it now. It's very like grainy, like the taste is fine. It doesn't really taste too much like Monterey Jack from what I remember. This kind of tastes like string cheese, but if you were to kind of just dunk it in sand and then eat it. It's overall not bad, especially if you do enjoy eating sand, but I think we can do better for fake cheese. So we have started off on kind of a flat note, but let's hope this gets better. So YouTube, next up we have kale chips, pineapple and coconut flavored. Now if the myth about kale is true, after I eat these, I will probably be pooping myself. But that happens anyway, so let's just give it a shot. Oh my god. That's literally like the first time that I've ever had one of these things, and look how perfectly it ripped. That alone just makes me love these kale chips. That was so satisfying. Let's hope the kale chips live up to that. Now, maybe because my nose hasn't been working well for the past few days from being sick, but this kind of smells like Play-Doh with coconut, and I don't hate it. I don't know how I feel about the look of this. I think what they tried to do is dry the coconut and pineapple onto the kale, and now it's just kind of made it look really weird. As you can see, it looks kind of fungal. But in life, you do not judge things based off its appearance, so let's give it a taste. No thank you. I am good, kale. So, my initial thought of the whole, this smells like Play-Doh, was very correct. But it tastes like Play-Doh that you have left out for a very long time and then tried to cover up the smell by throwing some coconut and pineapple on it, and it doesn't really work out too well for either party, anyone in general. Like, you started off so well, like look at how perfectly that ripped. Like that was the most satisfying thing that I've ever done in a while, and now you have just disappointed me with your Play-Doh pineapple coconut taste. Now next up, for some reason I thought that this would be a good idea, and that was to get tofu sour cream. As a person who enjoyed putting sour cream on things and having chips with sour cream, if you have never dipped a chip in sour cream, you are not living. But yes, as a person who loved to do that, now that I can't have dairy, I find eating chips very boring. So when I saw this, I was like, I'll give it a shot. So what I thought I would do was try and have this like how I'd normally have sour cream. So I got a bag of chips, and I'm going to dip them into this and see if it lives up to real sour cream. My prediction, probably not. There is no smell being emitted from this substance. It does kind of look like sour cream, so fingers crossed that it actually tastes like sour cream. The consistency is that of sour cream. Oh my god. Holy shit. This just surprised the crap out of me. Tofu sour cream! What the hell? Oh my god. This surprisingly tastes a lot like sour cream, and it has the consistency down pat. Holy shit. Guys, I doubted this at first, and I was completely wrong. That just goes to show you that you can't judge things just based off of what they look like on the outside. Well, YouTube, after that, my mind has been blown. I was doubting things with those kale chips, but now, thanks to surprisingly tofu sour cream, I am back on board. I am back in this video. Let's get going. I'm excited again. So next up, YouTube, we have got some snap pea crisps. I have heard that a lot of people really like these, so I saw them and I was like, sure, I'm going to trust these people, and we'll find out after trying these if I'll ever trust them again. Not as satisfying as the kale chips, but after those kale chips, how they tasted, I am okay with things not working well anymore. Now, they smell kind of funky. It may just be because it's a bunch of peas in a bag. It looks weird. It smells weird. Let's see if it tastes weird. This is a roller coaster, because at first it tastes like nothing, and then you get a bit of like a smoky taste for some reason. It's like, I don't know why it tastes like smoke. And then as soon as that starts to happen, it's like, nope, now I taste peas. Now it's just pea taste in my mouth. Not that kind of pea. Now, for some reason, I'm getting like, you know those like puffy Cheetos? If you were to just get rid of that cheese layer and you were to just eat the like styrofoam inside of it, that is kind of the taste that I'm getting from these now, mixed with peas. Now, next up, YouTube, we're going back to the cheese. And we've got some vegan gourmet mozzarella flavored cheese. I think I've had some of their stuff before, but I've never had any of their cheeses. So hopefully it is better than the first one. It is less sandy than the first one. This one has a less of a cheese string smell and more of a cheese smell, but the consistency is kind of weird. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Oh wow, that cut like nothing. That was the easiest thing that I've ever cut. That knife, this isn't even like a cutting knife, this is a spreading knife, and that just went through that like nothing. Cheers, guys. Hope I don't die. No. No. I hate it. Oh my god. Now to describe that taste to you guys. So let's imagine that you were to find a piece of cardboard that had been sitting on the sidewalk for a very long time, and it just rained outside, like it just like poured for hours, and that piece of cardboard just got soaking wet. Some people walked on it, some people kicked it around, it got in mud a bit, and then for some reason you decided to eat that piece of cardboard. That was what that cheese tasted like. Well, that was a huge disappointment. Let's hope that the next thing is way better than what just happened. In fact, I know it is, because I could lie to you and say that this item I am trying for the first time, but as you can tell from this gigantic opening that is already in the bag, I may have eaten some of it. But yes, the next item is some Earth Balance vegan aged white cheddar flavored popcorn. And I could have lied to you guys and pretended that I just opened this for the first time, but I'm not about that. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Because honestly, when I saw this, I got way too excited because throughout my childhood, you know, Smart Pop, I lived on Smart Pop. So the fact that I couldn't have that anymore made me really sad. And when I saw this, I got probably too excited. More excited than I should have about popcorn. Let's just pretend that this is my first time trying it. So, wow, Earth Balance popcorn. I wonder how this tastes. But guys, this like this makes up for that horrible cheese that I just had. I could sit here for probably hours just eating this. This tastes pretty close to like the Smart Pop or Smart Food, whatever it was called. This tastes pretty close to it. Obviously it doesn't taste the same, but it is really good. And thank God that I had this after that cheese, because this just made up for that cheese. This just made up for every shitty thing that has ever happened to me in my life. My tongue is now happy again. It has forgotten, it has suppressed and repressed everything that had just happened to it moments ago. It has locked it up and forgotten all about it, and will hopefully never be brought up again. Now YouTube, for the last item, there's two of them because I couldn't decide which one to pick from, and that is two different types of cream cheese. We have Daya plain cream cheese, and we have, again, Earth Island cream cheese. I know that they're probably not gonna live up to the expectation of real cream cheese, especially because now, well, I already had Earth Island cheese, and that was the wet cardboard. I am very nervous to try them, so I'm going to go and toast a bagel, and I'll be right back. So now YouTube, I have got my bagel, and let's get this started. Also YouTube, I'm going to show you how a normal person should put cream cheese on a bagel. You get a shit ton of cream cheese, and you like smother it on your bagel. Honestly, if you're one of those people who puts barely any cream cheese on a bagel, you are not living. I didn't cover this entire thing on here because I'm kind of scared. I don't think that I'm going to like this, but if it's anything like that tofu, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. Let's try this Daya cream cheese. Cheers. Why is it sweet? It's weirdly sweet. Like, it doesn't, don't get me wrong, it tastes nothing like cream cheese, but it also isn't bad. It's weirdly sweet. Like, it almost tastes like you put whipped cream on a bagel, which necessarily isn't the worst thing, but it's not what you want from your cream cheese. I don't know, I kind of like it, but it's weird because it's not, it doesn't taste like cream cheese at all. It's like whipped cream. So like the fat kid inside of me loves it. So let's try that Earth Island one that I'm not excited about at all. Now this one looks a lot more like cream cheese, but if it is anything like its other cheese, I'm expecting wet cardboard. So if it's anything better than a wet, dirty cardboard taste, I'm happy. Here we go, YouTube. Wish me luck. Nope. I'm sad now. I don't know if you have noticed, but I have shrunk dramatically. It is now because I've just turned into sadness. That, like, it brought back the cardboard, and now I am sad. But you know what, YouTube? I do not want to end this on a horrible, sad note, so I'm going to cheer myself up with some more popcorn. It just makes you happy. Like now, literally just had a few kernels of these, and I have forgotten all about that cardboard again. My life has meaning again. But anyway, YouTube, that is going to be it for this vegan taste test. Now, I think out of all of them, the one that I'm most surprised about and excited about is the tofu sour cream. And that is something that I thought I would never say. That I was like, I am so excited just to eat that entire tub. And I'm not lying. Once this is done, I'm probably going to eat the entire tub. But YouTube, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, I would love it if you click the thumbs up down below. And if you did enjoy it that much, even if you wanted to click subscribe, that would be pretty cool. Or even if you wanted to share this video with your friends, I wouldn't be mad. Also in the comments down below, YouTube, if there are other things that you want me to taste, whether it be more vegan food or other foods, even some like weird drinks, let me know. If there's things that you guys have tried that you would like to see me try in the comments down below. But anyway, YouTube, once again, I hope that you did enjoy this video. I am going to go and eat the entire tub of tofu sour cream, and I will see you next time. Bye.